What's going on, guys? Mr. Ripper here, coming to you with another commentary. Try and not sound like I've been tied up in someone's basement this time. Kind of nervous for that one. Just coming to you with a video about Scout Heli, just a few tips and tricks. I've been flying Scout Helis and attack Helis for a long time now, bit of a no life, and just wanted to help you guys out. There's a few comments asking me about, you know, what's what in the heli, you know, tips, pointers, tricks, etc, etc. Well, I'll start by saying patience. Patience is probably one of the biggest, most important parts of flying the heli, because I don't know if you've noticed some people, they'll fly out, pop their flares, and then they'll stay out in the open, and then, oh look, what a surprise, they're down. Like, you need to be patient. Like, sometimes you're gonna get the game where there's some guy who's just hell-bent on stinger in the heli, and he'll just keep going, stinger after stinger after stinger. You just gotta ride it out, you know, just hide, wait for your flares or your ECM to come back, hide, blah blah blah, keep doing that. That's your safest bet. But you will, you know, you've just got to wade through all the games till you find, you know, a decent game where there's not as many lock-ons, and take advantage of it. I usually use Minigun because I think it's just, you know, it's better all round. You know, it's good at fighting the heli, it's good at taking out infantry. I mean, yeah, it doesn't do any damage to the tanks, but I mean, you can support your teammates by you know, sending a couple of guided shells on them just to, you know, just to help out. But yeah, I recommend maybe using on a wide open map, I'd use Ecm Jammer, and yeah, I'd say flares on a map like Flood Zone. I think I'm running ECM just because I was previously playing on Silk Road, which is really open and full of like heat seekers and stingers. Yeah, I'd say, and belt feed is always good, especially with the minigun. You know, it's pretty good with the 25mm cannons, to be honest. It makes you reload faster. Maneuvering's key. I reckon that you need to you know, keep moving, make sure that you're not in one place at the same time. Kind of, you know, easy target. Like, I always snake. Like, if I'm going across an open area, I'll go left, right, left, right, left, right. I mean, it's you can be spontaneous about it. You can go left, left, right, whatever floats your boat. You know, just make sure you're moving, because then you're a harder target. There'll be people firing RPGs at you constantly that you don't even know about, so you're better off just acting like you're constantly being shot at. I mean, that's what I do. But yeah, patience is probably the most important part. Be confident, like, have faith in your ability. Don't think, oh, I can't do it. Like, you can do it. If you put your mind to something, you can do it. Like, you know, flying under the bridges and stuff. Like, I used to practice that all the time, and I'd crash. Like, you know, it's you just need to practice. Like, anyone can do it. Like, you know, it might take people longer than others, but you guys have got the potential to do it as well. Just go into an empty server, hop in the heli, and just, you know, just fly around, fly under bridges. Just practice. Best thing to do. When it comes to aiming, I'd say aim with the crosshair, the dot line. When you're moving, you obviously have to anticipate that, like, you're moving to the left, so you need to be slightly away from the dot. And if they're moving, say you're aiming at an enemy heli and they're strafing to the left, then you'd aim it just in front of them. And there are hot spots on the heli. Like, I find that, like, if you hit the front of the heli, it does more damage than the side, and the rear does quite a bit of damage as well. My recommended setups would be, if you're playing on a wide open map with other enemy helicopters, I'd say use, I mean, I wouldn't personally use heat seekers, but if they're using heat seekers, then there is a chance they'll have a stinger on the side. I mean, you've got no hope unless you use heat seekers yourself. I mean, if you're more of a competitive pilot, and, you know, you're thinking about your reputation and you don't want to be seen using heat seekers, then by all means you carry on, use your minigun and guided shell. But I mean, if you're just someone who's learning and wants to fly in the air and doesn't really take the competitive scene seriously, then by all means just use heat seekers and minigun, because you can take out infantry, you can deal with the enemy heli. And, you know, sometimes I equip heat seekers just to tease the enemy heli. Like, I don't have intentions of using them, but then they pop their flares, they get a bit panicky, and, you know, you can catch them off guard a bit. There's, you know, you don't technically have to use them, but, you know, if you want, you know, I use guided and minigun all the way. That's just me personally, but yeah, each to their own. Well, I hope this video has helped you out, guys. I will be bringing more commentaries to you. I'll be bringing out Attack Heli 1 with some more tips and hints and tricks, you know, that I've picked up over the years of sweating it in the heli. And thanks for all your support, guys. Say it again, and it'd be awesome if you'd hit that subscribe and that like button. So yeah, thanks guys, and I'll speak to you later. Peace out.